talking subliminal. I can't even see me.
Sunny Digital.
Look out here, back with another video talking about the keys of victory to beating the Detroit Packers. Now I know last week's game and the week before that against the Atlanta Falcons didn't go too well, but remember, we were just 2 drop passes away from being 3-0. We literally gave games away to teams that we should have beat the brakes off. But that's neither here or there. Congratulations to them and them both. Both those teams should be lucky that we started Christmas the first like week 2 and 3 where we're giving away Christmas gifts. So, but yeah, moving on. The Green Bay Packers, their offense has looked quite pedestrian the past 3 weeks, just relying heavily on the run. And Davonte Adams, of course, their number 1 receiver. And then I think Valdez-Scantling, their number 2, and they have yet to come up with number 3. Jimmy Graham, I'm hearing, has missed practice time due to injury. I don't know what exactly he's injured in. I think it's I want to say it's a leg injury, but I could be wrong. But one thing I can say about the Green Bay Packers, they still have Aaron Rodgers, who can get hot at any time, and they have what's considered a top 3 defense going into this year, with Preston and Zadarius Smith, I believe, and then they have Anthony Martinez at linebacker. He's one of the more upcoming linebackers coming to this season. And then I still think they have Tramon Williams. And then overall, that secondary has just stepped up. That young secondary has stepped up, according to a lot of sports experts. So, one of the keys to victory is we need to confuse that defense early. We need to have better offensive play calling. We need to start fast against them, while also playing with time of possession to keep Aaron Rodgers off the field. That's one thing you want to do. You want to keep Aaron Rodgers off the field so he won't have time to look at your defense, and expose our inefficient pass rush, which then exposes our secondary. So, defensively, what do we need to do? Well, they don't have a competent number 3 receiver, and Valdez-Scantling has yet to show us what he can do as a number 2 receiver. So what I suggest going into this game, I suggest we do a cover 1 all across the board, double up on Davonte Adams, and let's see what Valdez-Scantling can do. Our defensive front needs capital NEED underlined 3 times. They need to come up with an efficient pass rush that's not going to keep Aaron Rodgers sitting pretty in that pocket. I mean, he's a lot better than Matt Ryan and Matthew Stafford. He will light us up like a Christmas tree. So, definitely need to throw Aaron Rodgers off his rhythm. Definitely take a run away from the game. I wish the Eagles have been very good at doing like the past few weeks, especially Brandon Graham coming off that left end spot. I think he leads our team in tackles for loss. So definitely take away that run game, make them one-dimensional while also putting pressure on Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, on the offensive side of the ball, the receivers just need to catch the ball. The receivers are the reason we're not 1-3, because if Nelson Aguilar would have just caught that ball in the Atlanta game, 2-1, and if we didn't have those drops and pass interference calls and fumbles in the Detroit game, that game would have been put away as well. So our wide receivers need to step it up. Our offensive line, although they did a lot better in the game against Detroit, only allowing Carson to get sacked, I think 2 or 3 times. We need to be more efficient and open up lanes for our running back. Now, as far as running back, I suggest we make Jordan Howard our primary back. I don't want to see Miles Sanders in there unless he's catching the ball out of the backfield, because I just don't think Miles Sanders is ready right now. Maybe he'll be ready later on in the season, but just not now. but he's a very good back coming out the backfield. So if you want to still utilize Miles Sanders, I suggest getting him on plays where he can catch the ball at the backfield. And maybe put him on a screen, see what he can do. Like line him up in the slot. Maybe perform a bubble screen with him just to keep that defense running around. Because again, to confuse an aggressive defense, you have to utilize counters and misdirection plays. Because what they'll do, that'll confuse them, that'll tire them out, and that'll have them second guessing, which plays into our hands. Now the good thing about this is Alshon Jeffrey is coming back this week, so that should definitely add some fire to our wide receiver room. We can move Nelson Aguilar back to the spot where he's most dangerous in the slot against their second or third corner, and we can have Mac Hollins out there on the outside. So still pretty good wide receiver set, and then you also have Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz. So we can definitely run 12-man personnel. I'm sure Dallas Goedert will be a lot better this week and not drop a touchdown pass. Hopefully, some of you could pray for, right? Yeah, so do that. And if we do those things, we definitely can pull this game out in Lambeau against a pedestrian offense. So again, defensively, cover one, double up Davonte Adams, make Valdez-Scantling beat you over the top. Let's see what he can do, while also putting pressure on Aaron Rodgers and taking that run out of the game like we've been doing for the past 2 weeks. Okay, offensively, protect Carson Wentz, open up running lanes for our running backs, and just do certain misdirection and counter plays to keep the defense confused and off balance. And the wide receivers just need to catch the ball. We need to have better offensive play calling. Maybe run some screens, bubble screens. I have back counters, misdirection plays. Maybe you can throw in a draw here and there. I mean, I wouldn't do it too much, but just splash it a little bit in there. So yeah, so definitely get creative with the offense. Defensively, again, we need to be more creative on our blitzes. I suggest a cover one blitz. I don't care if you want to bring an extra corner out there, bring Malcolm Jenkins again, bring Sendejo if you want to. Just have more efficient pass rush that can keep pressure on Aaron Rodgers. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree that Miles Sanders should be kept out of this game unless he's catching the ball? What other styles of defense do you think will be effective in helping us achieve victory against the Green Bay Packers? What is a good offensive scheme coming to this game? Let's tell me what you think. Other than that, y'all have a nice night.